WASA places ban on the use of hoses and sprinklers as of midnight tonight. TEMA's director says oil is no longer leaking from the overturned Gulfstream vessel. There's a call for regional collaboration on dealing with crime, and the EMA is seeking public feedback on amendments to noise pollution rules. Good evening, I am Kristen Salandi. Welcome to the Tobago Updates television news for Tuesday, March 5th, 2024. Topping the news tonight, a ban is being imposed on the use of water hoses and sprinklers by the Water and Sewage Authority, WASA. This is in response to a particularly harsh dry season affecting receivers and surface water sources nationwide. Water scheduling is also being reduced. More in this report from Candice Jackson.
Citizens will be fined for using hoses and sprinklers over the next few months as WASA imposes a nationwide ban. This was announced by acting CEO of WASA, Kelvin Romaine, at a press conference at the Citizens will be fined for using hoses and sprinklers.
WASA places ban on the use of hoses and sprinklers as of midnight tonight. TEMA's director says oil is no longer leaking from overturned Gulfstream vessel. There's a call for regional collaboration on dealing with crime, and the EMA is seeking public feedback on amendments to noise pollution rules. Good evening, I am Kristen Salandi. Welcome to the Tobago Updates television news for Tuesday, March 5th, 2024. Topping the news tonight, a ban is being imposed on the use of water hoses and sprinklers by the Water and Sewage Authority WASA. This is in response to a particularly harsh dry season affecting receivers and surface water sources nationwide. Water scheduling is also being reduced. More in this report from Candice Jackson.
Citizens will be fined for using hoses and sprinklers over the next few months as WASA imposes a nationwide ban. This was announced by acting CEO of WASA, Kelvin Romaine, at a press conference at the Caroni Water Treatment Plant in St. Helena, Trinidad.
As of tonight, midnight tonight, the hose ban will take effect and run until the 30th of June 2024.
It is just one of the measures that WASA is implementing to reduce the amount of water used as the conditions of the dry seasons at WASA. Shira Ali stated that 2024 started with all reservoirs around the country at 100% capacity. However, the increased frequency of abnormally high temperatures and high evaporation rates are quickly reducing water levels.
Minimal rainfall in January and a consistent decline in river levels throughout the surface water facilities has resulted in an 18 million gallons deficit in production per day. And this is extremely important to note because that would have impact on various areas of the country.
The Hillsborough Dam in Tobago remains the best performing so far at 77% capacity as of Monday, but Ali noted that with the continuing dry conditions, its capacity will fall. The same applies to all other surface level water sources in localized areas nationwide.
So when we look at the first block, we anticipate 10 to 20% production reduction in the month of March. For us, March represents peak dry season conditions. Conditions tend to be hotter, drier, higher evaporation rates.
Conditions are also expected to worsen in April. As a result, WASA is banning the use of hoses and sprinklers, as well as reducing the weekly schedule of water supply. WASA assured citizens that they will closely monitor the situation and work expeditiously to contain leaks. Additionally, WASA called on all citizens to be conservative in their daily use of water. Candice Jackson, Tobago Updates, Television News.
The Tobago Emergency Management Agency, Alan Stewart, spoke about salvaging attempts of the Gulf Stream vessel that caused a major oil spill on the island. He assured the public that everything was going well with the process. He made these statements at a THA media briefing held on Monday. Ariana Scipio has the report.
Alan Stewart said attempts to salvage the vessel has been going well so far, and that they've made a huge step in containing the oil spill.
I can report that there is no longer any oil emitting from the vessel. The TNT salvage team, they have taken control over that process of the vessel itself being engaged by the Ministry of Energy and Energy Industries.
He said that no filibusters have operated over the last 3 days.
Based on the information that was afforded to us, that they are looking at 4 of those busters, or 2 will be operating within the space of Tobago, and the other 2 will be tracking down through surveillance, satellite imagery, and other means.
Furthermore, Stewart shared that a survey would be done to determine how far the oil has spread.
The technology is working quite well with excellent results, and to me that speaks volumes. It means, therefore, we have to look at other challenges ahead of us.
He indicated that the next step in this process is extraction. He explained that a hydrographic survey of the area was done, along with the engaging architects to understand the construction of the vessel and the determination of whether there are additional cells in the vessel that oil can be extracted from. Stewart further informed that the hydrocarbons on the water's surface are being cleaned up. Ariana Scipio, Tobago Updates, Television News.
At the official opening of the Diego Martin Public Library, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley, during his address, touched on the issue of the Solo Creed tug vessel and accused Member of Parliament Rudal Munilal of spreading conspiracy theories surrounding the vessel. Ariana Scipio has the report.
MP Rudal Munilal alleged that the country's waters have been used for transporting sanctioned oil. In response, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley said that's a conspiracy theory. Dr. Rowley explained that on one side of the country is the Atlantic Ocean and on the other side is the Caribbean Sea, noting that anyone going from one side to the other must pass through Trinidad and Tobago or Grenada.
Going on wherever you're going, whether it's legal or illegal, that's where you have to pass through. Something happened, and all of a sudden the geography changed. The only reason why that vessel could have been going there is because it was smuggling oil from so and so and so and so, and the government was involved, and Rowley was involved, and Young was involved. How much dotishness they will talk in Trinidad and Tobago?
He said that the Diego Martin Public Library is meant to change the perspective of the people of Diego Martin and, by extension, the nation, so that people can engage in serious conversations that are beneficial to their well-being.
There's too much dotishness in the public domain in Trinidad and Tobago. Too many schools in Trinidad and Tobago.
The Prime Minister noted that Dr. Munilal's comments were devoid of the facts. Ariana Scipio, Tobago Updates Television News.
Chairman of the Tobago Business Chamber, Martin George, is calling for legal action to be taken against the people or entities responsible for the Gulf Stream oil spill. On February 7th, the Gulf Stream barge was discovered capsized on a reef near Cove, leaking bunker fuel into the surrounding waters, polluting 15 kilometers of coastlines between Scarborough and Cano Bay and creating an environmental disaster. Quoting the law in Section 3 of the Oil Pollution of Territorial Waters Act, George stated that someone needs to be held responsible for the cost of the impact of the spill on Tobago.
It prescribes a penalty on summary conviction, right, of $10,000 and 12 months imprisonment on the master or owner. Right, so if we have information as to who is the master, we want the master to be criminally charged. If we have information as to who is the owner, we want the owner to be criminally charged in relation to any vessel from which oil is discharged or allowed to escape in the waters.
The oil slick has also wandered into the waters of Grenada and Bonaire, with the government of Bonaire considering legal action for the impact it is having on their territory. George said the world is watching and Trinidad and Tobago must respond swiftly and decisively.
Because this has created an international scandal. It has created headlines around the world. It has been on CNN, on several other major news outlets. So we have to show that we are serious about treating with these environmental disasters. We have to show that we are serious about dealing with and punishing the offenders so that these actions will not be repeated. And
Although investigative journalists from TNT Guardian and Bellingcat have identified the responsible parties as a Pan-Armenian-based firm named Milaj Offshore Corporation, the government of Trinidad and Tobago has yet to substantiate this information. They assured the public that they are doing the necessary work before making factual-based announcements regarding the matter. In the meantime, Chief Secretary Fali Augustine stated that the THA's legal team is already exploring the options that are open to them for seeking compensation once responsible parties are positively identified. Coming up after the break, there's a call for regional anti-crime collaboration by opposition leaders. The detail after this.
This is how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show, and everybody's gonna know. Say it to them once again. They better look up below. This is your show, and everybody's gonna know. That's how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show. Do more, live more.
Yo, everyone, it's your boy Harry here from Authentic Builders General Hardware, located right here in Strawberry Local Road, Tobago. That's correct, right here in Tobago. And we are offering you guys the best prices on all hardware material. And if you would like to get your free quotation done, all you have to do is WhatsApp us at 272-1990 and we will give you guys the best prices on all hardware material. That is a guarantee as we are matching or beating any quotations.
Coconut's Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes for breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti served with chokers, bull joil and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie and rice in various styles. Meat served in a variety of flavors, garden salads and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off.
No place like home, home, home.
Oh, I love Tobago, baby.
When we outside, it's an ocean of love. All that we align to the stars up above. Let we dance now, take a chance now with me. And we go jump till morning. Look, the moon don't sleeping. Tell them we not leaving. Till the last drop of a canal is madness in the capital. So I feel like I'm running tongue again. Jump and shake the ground again. Wave with all my friends and them. No place like home, home, home. We go jump till the moon come down. It's we who the stars shine on. Play a mass and break away. Freedom in with DNA.
Welcome back. Last night, the United National Congress, UNC, held its fourth anti-crime town hall meeting at the Swaha Hindu College in Sangre Grande, where St. Lucia's opposition leader, Alan Chasnet, delivered a keynote speech. Trevesia Phillips has more.
At the event, Chasnet revealed plans to establish a unified body of opposition leaders from Caribbean nations to tackle regional issues collectively. He commended UNC leader Kamala Persad-Bessessa for initiating the concept of a regional opposition coalition, describing her as a visionary leader.
She is setting an example for all the other leaders of the opposition, that our job is not just to protest, our job is not just to oppose, but our job is to create platforms like today to give the people a voice to speak.
He emphasized the importance of not merely protesting, but also creating platforms like the town hall meeting to amplify the voices of the people.
We are going to take this voice now to the region and form a collective group of leaders of the oppositions and to make sure that the voices of the leader of the opposition in the Caribbean region is heard by the CDB, by the World Bank, and by CARICOM. And we're no longer going to be denied the voice in representing all the people who did not vote for the government, and to make sure that that voice is listened to and given a seat at the table.
Addressing the pressing issue of crime plaguing the region, Chasnet stressed that crime should not be viewed solely as a national concern.
Who can put a cost to life? And so when we, sadly, listen every day to the news and hear about another murder. How many of us now just chalk it up to another number? Do we really visualize the mother that lost their child?
He expressed concern over the desensitization to the staggering number of crimes and urged a renewed sense of urgency in addressing the issue.
How are we ever going to get change when every murder and every person who's being lost doesn't affect our heart? That there's no longer a sense of urgency to bring about change. That we no longer want to go and demand. We don't want willing to protest. We're not willing to write a letter. We're not willing to make a phone call to say that this must stop.
Chassane's call for action comes at a critical juncture as Caribbean states are preparing to introduce legislation aimed at facilitating regional travel through the CARICOM Single Market and Economy, CSME. He called upon the CARICOM leaders to do the right thing by allowing the tax to fund a regional security system to protect the entire region. The proposal marks a significant step toward fostering regional cooperation in addressing the complex challenges of crime and security in the Caribbean. Travicia Phillips, Tobago Updates, Television News.
3 appeal court judges were urged to overturn the High Court's dismissal of a lawsuit challenging the government's extension of Police Commissioner Erla Harewood Christopher's term. Arguments were presented by attorneys representing UNC activist Ravi Valgobin, Maharaj, and the cabinet. Justice Ricky Rahim previously ruled the extension constitutional, allowing Harewood Christopher to serve until May 14, 2024, based on Section 75 of the Police Service Act. Maharaj's attorney, Anand Ramlogan, contends the extension undermines the Police Service Commission's authority, while Russell Martino, senior counsel, defends the cabinet's executive power. The case underscores the distinction between appointment and extension, with implications for political influence over key positions in law enforcement. If you experienced challenges with your Facebook, Instagram, or Messenger today, chances are you were among the hundreds of thousands of users affected by an outage. Yes, Facebook, Instagram, and Messenger went down in what appeared to be a huge outage at their parent company, Meta. Users found themselves unable to load their apps or websites as normal. On Facebook, affected users found they had been logged out and could not get on, while Instagram did not work at all. The warnings about being logged out led to widespread concern among users that their accounts had been hacked. However, the error messages appeared to result from problems with Facebook's login system, not a hack or a cyber attack. Up next, Miss Tobago 2024 shares what went into her preparation for the competition, and later, the EMA is seeking public feedback on noise pollution. Stay tuned.
Your destiny. The best way to predict it is to create it. Do you see yourself exploring exotic destinations or spending quality time with family? However you see yourself, create your own retirement destiny with Tata Life's Destiny Personal Savings Booster. Choose from one of 3 investment options with guaranteed minimum investment returns to secure a monthly retirement income for life, with the option to choose your retirement age. So what's your retirement destiny? Call 62TATIL or visit tatil.co.tt to learn more today. Conditions apply. Tatil Life, a member of the Ansa Makal Group.
The best place to stay in Tobago is at Thorns Place, with rates starting as low as 200 TT. Call or WhatsApp 745-7306 or 682-8676. We are located uptown Scarborough, 5 minutes away from the port. Remember, at Thorns Place, our aim is to make your stay safe and affordable.
Thanks for staying with us. On Sunday, Renisa Ortiz emerged as the winner of the Miss Tobago 2024 pageant. Ortiz, a young entrepreneur, designer, and seamstress, expressed her elation and gratitude for the opportunity to represent Tobago. Travicia Phillips has the details.
Renessa Ortiz, a young multi-talented entrepreneur, designer, and seamstress, was crowned Miss Tobago 2024 last Sunday. She represented the village of Golden Lane.
I am ecstatic. I am still in disbelief. I know it is happening, but at the same time, it's just a dream. But I am grateful for the opportunity to represent Tobago.
Reflecting on her journey to the crown, Ortiz acknowledged the challenges she faced.
The journey has definitely been hectic. It has been one that really tested my tenacity, my time management skills. I am grateful for the support I had along the way. Community has been very, very important in all of this. My family and friends, the persons who would check in, who would stop by and offer words of encouragement.
Preparation for the competition demanded meticulous planning and organization.
So I had to separate all of my duties into segments to ensure that I have what needs to be done in the time that it needs to be done. So I would separate school into one category. I would separate pageants into one category.
She thanked her co-workers and supervisors for their invaluable assistance during her pageant journey, highlighting their understanding and support. When asked about her venture into pageantry, Ortiz revealed,
"Pageantry was nowhere near in my line of vision. It's something that was brought to my attention by Mr. Christopher Nathan, and at the time that he brought it up, I said I'll give myself the shot at trying something new. So this signifies new beginnings for me, putting my foot out of my comfort zone and just pursuing something and giving it my best shot."
She recalled that she was very emotional after she was announced the winner, recounting the touching moment when Miss Plymouth, Anaya Beard, the top model winner, offered her support. Renessa Ortiz's victory symbolizes not only personal achievement, but also the embodiment of talent, resilience, and community support. As she embarks on her reign as Miss Tobago 2024, Ortiz is poised to represent Tobago in the Miss World Trinidad and Tobago competition. Travicia Phillips, Tobago Updates Television News.
Chief Secretary Folly Augustine and the Director of the Tobago Emergency Management Agency, Alan Stewart, gave an update on their well-being after handling the effects of the oil spill. The Chief Secretary said they are doing what is necessary to keep the island and its economy secure, which he described as tiring.
And hopefully with the additional support of Lieutenant Colonel Hills, Mr. Trim here, the small management team led by Mr. Bickles and so on, it will make the work lighter for those of us at this level. You know, more hands make the work light.
Director Alan Stewart said that he will soon be taking some necessary rest and relaxation to allow himself to rejuvenate.
I go home straight. They ask me, how you doing? I say, when I finish work, I go home straight. You know, so to ensure that I get the necessary sleep to be back on the job.
Stewart highlighted that there is help, so he feels a little better and remains in good spirits. The TTPS has issued an urgent appeal to the public for assistance locating 24-year-old Ishmael Roberts, who has been reported missing since February 28, 2024. Ishmael, a resident of Kelly Roselle Estate in Plymouth, was last seen at 10 a.m. on the aforementioned date. According to reports, Ishmael Roberts' disappearance was formally reported to the Sherburne Road Police Station on March 2, 2024. Descriptions provided by the authorities indicate that Ishmael is of mixed descent, stands at approximately 5 feet 4 inches tall, and has a slim build with light brown complexion. He is recognized by his cornrow hairstyle and a Playboy tattoo adorning the left side of his chest. At the time of his disappearance, Ishmael was attired in a white jersey, a pair of long blue jeans, and a brown hat. Concerns for his welfare have prompted law enforcement to issue this public appeal. The Environmental Management Authority (EMA) has called upon the public, including NGOs, businesses, and stakeholders, to provide written feedback on proposed amendments to the Noise Pollution Control Rules 2001 NPCR. This invitation, communicated through newspaper advertisements and social media platforms, follows a directive from the Planning and Development Minister under Section 51 of the Environmental Management Act. The EMA has compiled an administrative record accessible online and at designated locations outlining the proposed changes and major environmental concerns, which primarily address escalating noise levels from various sources like carnival, religious activities, and offshore operations. Specifically, the brief recommends distinguishing between different noise sources to facilitate more effective enforcement of the NPCR. Notably, it suggests exempting the early morning Muslim call for prayer from NPCR regulations due to its religious significance and brief duration. The weather report is up next.
Scrub Ties brings to you our organic fat dissolving shots. Yes guys, our lemon butter shot breaks down stubborn fat, tightens any loose skin while increasing your metabolism. No side effects, no downtime. We also offer cavitation, cellulite treatment, butt, breast, hip dip fillers, weight loss, fertility IVs, and much more. Contact us on 495-6624 or follow us on Instagram at Scrub Ties Body Contouring.
Tobago Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
Welcome back. The Board of Directors of the Studley Park Enterprise Limited has advised that operations at Spell will be closed tomorrow, Wednesday, 6th of March. As such, there will be no sale of materials to the public. Normal operations will resume on Thursday, March 7th, 2024. Now for the weather update from the TNT Met Office. Tonight's weather is expected to be generally fair with the possibility of the occasional overnight shower. Temperatures will drop to a cool 25 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow, look forward to mainly hot and sunny conditions, which may be breezy at times despite a low chance of 1 or 2 isolated showers. Daytime temperatures are set to rise to 31 degrees Celsius, accompanied by a heat index of 34 degrees. The seas will remain moderately rough, with waves reaching between 1.5 to 2 meters in open waters and about 1 meter in sheltered areas. Sunrise is at 6:14 a.m. and sunset at 6:13. And that's how we end this evening's newscast. Let's recap the headlines before we go. WASA places ban on the use of hoses and sprinklers as of midnight tonight. TEMA director says oil is no longer leaking from overturned Gulfstream vessel. There is a call for regional collaboration on dealing with crime, and the EMA is seeking public feedback on amendments to noise pollution rules. I am Kristen Salandi. Thank you so much for joining us and have a great night.